This is Julie.
And this is Martin.
And we live full-time on our 58-foot narrowboat home, Rhapsody in blue.
We're taking you along as we continuously cruise the canals and rivers of the UK with some beautiful scenery, occasional wildlife, landmarks, aqueducts and tunnels. Come with us. We start this episode at Bletchley, where we left you the last time, and this is where it is in the UK. So heading south on the Grand Union Canal, we leave Bletchley and we navigate through 5 locks in total, and we end up at Leighton Buzzard. So we have a lot of boat movement at the moment. We've got there's lots of hire boats around here at the moment because we're at one of the few stretches of canal that is open. So we're half expecting it to close soon. Nice to see people enjoying themselves. We're going through the trees. Hiya. We're struck by how much green space there is around Milton Keynes and Leighton Buzzard. It's amazing. To think we're on the outskirts of, quite major towns and cities. It's lovely to see all the green space and the parks. And we are actually, of course, going through Bletchley at the moment. Obviously, we have a schedule. We need to get through to Leighton Buzzard because of the CRT announcement. So we can't, unfortunately, stop and do any sightseeing. But on the way back, when we come back this way in a couple of months' time or so, we will see if we can go and find Bletchley Park, which is obviously the place where the enigma happened. So that will be very interesting. Can't wait to do that. Coming up to a winding hole just here. Seems to be a little bit of a weird sort of white scum on top of the canal. Not sure what that's all about. But isn't it pretty down here? I mean, really, it's just gorgeous. Oh, look at that. We've got a bit of a bridge reflection. Lovely. Beautiful. It's a big old bridge, isn't it? So now if you see these boats here, look, you can see how low it is. The back of the boat is out of the water. Yeah, the water is so low. I don't know if you can see all this on the water. There's like some weird white scum. I don't know if it's dust or I don't know what it is. Bridge number 99. Oh, that's bright. I wasn't expecting a bright green gas pipe going over the canal. Almost looks like a frog with eyes, and the bridge is the mouth. Yeah, so the way it works is we're continuous cruisers, so we have to keep moving. So if on the board a mooring it says 2 days, we have to move after 2 days. If it says 5 days, we move after 5, etc., etc. And if there's nothing on the board, and there are no boards, you can moor for 14 days, but then you have to move. So that is why we are moving. However, the CRT in their email that they sent out a couple of days ago says that continuous cruisers need to find somewhere that is safe to moor, that is near to services, empty the waste tank, which we've done. We had a pump out, fill up with water. We've got plenty of fuel, so we're fine for that. And then stay there. And CRT have said that they're going to relax the 14-day rule, but they are going to give us an update in a few days' time. So we're doing exactly what we've been told. We're moving. Once we get somewhere that's right, which we know where we're going, it's only a couple of miles down the canal, but we have got 4, maybe 5 locks to do. Once we've done that, we're going to stop and we're going to wait for CRT to give the announcement either way, whether we stay open and we can carry on cruising or whether we have to stay put. But at the moment, there's no panic. We're just doing what we're told. We are continuous cruisers, so part of our license means that we have to continually cruise, and that's not A to B and B back to A and A to B and B back to A. It's A to B to C to D. We have to keep moving forward. That's what we're doing. And as soon as we can find somewhere suitable, we're going to stop. I'm going to stop waffling now because there's a noise here. I'll show you this. Look. Somebody's doing their blacking. So they're cleaning off the muck and then they'll be redoing the black. It's a nice big old boat, isn't it? Look at that. Look at the bow. Wow. Oh, look at this big beauty. Big Dutch barge. Look at that. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Oh, some big wide beams here, look. Lovely. Even the ducks are having a meeting about it, look. Oh, look at this low water, they're saying. Never seen it this bad, have we? There you go, here comes a wide beam. It's nice to actually see a wide beam moving. It's the first time, I think, that we've seen one. They're huge, huge.
Just in front of us, we've got a tree down, so I'm just going to slowly go around it. He had a wide beam just past us a little while ago, so he must have, mind you, it's quite wide really. The canal's wide here. You can see it, there we go, just going past it now. Just gonna, there we go, just there now. There we go. So we've just gone past that. There you go. And then you've got me. And a tree that's across the canal right there. So I'm going to turn you back forward.
Okay, so we've reached the lock and it looks like our friends have got this one ready. They got here first, so great. It's a lovely log cottage here. And there's a cockerel that keeps crowing. I wonder if he's going to do it again. There you go. And here comes Martin. When you're going up in locks, you always do the ground paddles first, and then you wait for the water to get above the sill or equal with it before we open the gate paddles. Otherwise it would just be too violent for the boats. Yeah, so now the water is above the sill. You can see the water's coming up from under the ground, but once it's above the sill, which it is now, we can start opening the gate paddles. You ready? We'll just do it, crack them open, yeah? There you go. Oh, the water's actually above it, so we're okay. You'll notice that Jane and myself, we're always watching the boats and watching the water levels. That's it. I think this is a water pump, because you can hear the water in here being pumped up. Thank you so much. Thank you. What's your name? Stephen. Thank you, Stephen. Really appreciate it.
See you again.
Thank you.
Enjoy the day.
And you. So any second now we'll be coming up to the 3 locks, and that's a staircase lock. Well, they're not quite a staircase, are they?
No, but they're nice ones. It's got lockies on though, so that's a good
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, so there's the lock landing there, straight in front, just there. We'll stop there and wait for instruction from the lock keepers. We're coming up to 3 locks, and there's the 3 locks pub. Let's go and see. I think there might be a boat coming down. Yeah, there's boats coming down, so I'll just let Martin know. Looks like there's boats coming down, Martin, so just wait for them, yeah? Yeah, so it's quite busy here. There's a boat coming out of the lock, and he wants to get water, and the lock landing also doubles up as a water point, so Martin needs to leave the water point and let this boat go on. That's nicely done, Martin. Do you want to use this, Matt? So I can hear you.
2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps, please, and we have all the right money.
Yeah, he just said 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps, please. Said twit, isn't he? So the next lock is already open, ready for us, and the one at the top is too. So Martin and Carwyn are now just going to leave here, and they will both go into that lock.
Pounds are very low.
Pounds are very low, so we're having to take it one boat at a time in the centre. Yeah, so with the ground paddles, the water comes from underneath and comes up. And then the gate paddles, I don't know if you can see there, that's one of the gates. And that's the gate this side. And as soon as they open, the water floods in. So we always wait till it's above the sill. Rat bag. Rat bag. So this is Clive, and he's just told us that even though this says 1877, it was actually built, when did you say? 1835. So wow, that was the 1877 is just when they put the concrete toppings on. So wow, and to think they're still going today is just amazing. So you can see how low the water is. Look over there. It's supposed to be this high and it's down there. And look, you can see this side as well. Look. Goodness me, all that stonework should not be even visible. They're going to take it very slowly, very slowly. So far so good. Martin's in. Hopefully Carwyn's going to get through. He's a lot deeper drafted than we are. But he's sticking to the centre. The draft is the amount of boat that sits under the water. Ours is 2'1", but our friend's is a lot deeper than that. This is quite a high sill on this one. So we managed to get to the top of the locks, but of course, every time someone goes through those locks, they're taking water from where we are now. So, hold on, let me just tell Martin. Boat coming! Boat coming! Ah, right, they're stuck across the water. Hold on a second. Okay, it looks like they've got a bit of a problem. Not quite sure. It's probably because the canal is so shallow, so I'm not quite sure what's happening. We'll see if we can help in a second. At least you got going again. Yeah, it's all right. It's ever so shallow though, isn't it? It's hard to manoeuvre. At least you're going again. It's so shallow, it's hard to manoeuvre. Yeah, it's just so, exactly. But you got it sorted, you're all right. So, they literally had just come round the bend and because it was so shallow, they just lost it. So, we may see a little bit more of that. It's not easy. Sometimes, you know, you go to turn round a bend and if it's shallow, the boat can just carry on going straight. But yeah, we're going quite slow, painfully slow to be fair. Yes, all we're hearing as we're going along is, you know, the people that are moving are just moving to places where they know that they're safe, because everyone's saying they're going to close the canal, they're going to close the canal. Well, they haven't actually said that yet, but it could be on the cards, so it's no panic. It's not like anyone's going to die. We're going to, you know, we'll always be able to get water and food and fuel. There'll be a way of getting it to us, so no panic. We've probably said this before, but you often see the railway alongside the canal as trains took over from boats as they were much faster for deliveries. Ducks didn't like it. Here they go. Look at the views through there. Just gorgeous. Look, you can even see the mud. Goodness me. So, just through this bridge, on the left-hand side, we will see the Globe pub, and there are moorings along there, but will they be free? What do we think? What's our chances? Oh, so here's the Globe Inn pub. That looks lovely. So we've managed to get moored up, just, and we're now going to sit out and have a coffee and a cold cross bun each. How very English and civilised. So we are now leaning, and if you can see, that was the line when we first moored up, and it is now, the water level has gone right down. That's since we've been here. That's sort of 24 hours, so looks like we might be going up the lock. Yeah, so we've been here just one night and we're heading that way. So we are moving up to the lock, Leighton Lock, and we're going to go up the lock and hopefully find a mooring at the top, because that's where the services are, that's where the water is, that's where the shops are. So if we can move ourselves to there and find a mooring, then that'll be great. But everyone's saying that the water levels above the lock are worse than below the lock. So we'll see. No panic. If not, we'll just have to keep going and find somewhere else. But it would be lovely to stop here, because this seems the perfect place for us to stop and wait out and wait for it to rain, basically. Oh my goodness. It's not like England, is it? We're all desperate for rain. Oh well. That's a disused swing bridge there. So it narrows down, but yeah, the swing bridge is not used anymore. That big old lock cottage there, look at that. That's it, we're done. And I'm going to get on here.
I remember they looked.
Yeah, so we're going to chance it, aren't we? And hope that we get a mooring up here and hope that we can get in. You can see at the sides it's about a foot down, it's about this far down, and that's the wet line. There's a little bit above that as well, so you can see how dry it is. Look,
That's normally covered, isn't it?
yeah, that's all the bank. Goodness, you can see the backs of boats are out of the water as well. So, fearing the worst, we found ourselves a lovely mooring at Leighton Buzzard, and we just waited to hear from CRT. So we have a situation where somebody's boat has ended up adrift and across the canal. Martin's gone down there to pull it in. He's managed to get a rope. I think there's another lady there as well that's going to help when the boat gets in far enough. I think I ought to go down there and give a hand too. Martin's managed to get it in. So Martin is going to put the pin back in. The ground is so soft that every time Martin puts the pin in, it just comes straight back out. So he's trying to see if there's any concrete or anything under there, which it looks like there might be.
Yeah.
There you go. So he's going to try and peg it in there, up against that. Oops, you be careful, mate. Nope. Nope. Oh my God, this is a nightmare. Alright, there you go. It's just going to have to go in there, but it looks like it's going to come out again, doesn't it?
Yeah, it might hold. Keep ignoring it.
Okay, so we've got it tied up as best as possible.
She's tied it through there.
And this has been tied through the Armco now, so hopefully it'll hold. And then the back, I'm trying not to show too much of the boat because, yeah, and the back, the pin's been put right down there, so hopefully that will hold. Fingers crossed. We found a lovely laundrette and got all our washing done. All neat, all neatly folded in there, ready to go back home. Yeah, I would look at it. We visited the market. There was this beautiful monument in the centre of the town. Martin nearly bought a new hat. There was lots of places to eat in Leighton Buzzard, but we went for donuts.
Mine then.
And the main town bridge with its beautiful baskets of flowers was over the River Ouzel. Yes, we were really enjoying Leighton Buzzard.
My little job of the day. We're at Leighton Buzzard, just topping up the water, and I'm just heading back to the boat now. So we've got 2 of these spare. Does about 50 litres a time, 25 litres each. So yes, that's my first job of the day today.
Because we'd moored near to services, as we'd been told, Martin could go every few days to go and get extra water for us to keep us topped up.
Just heading back to Rhapsody now.
Yay, we have rain at last. Woo! This was much needed rain, and while it was raining we received the news from CRT that we've been waiting for. The Grand Union south of us was completely open, no stoppages whatsoever, so that was really good news. So to celebrate, I made some lemon drizzle muffins. But even though we'd been given the good news that we could carry on our journey, we were really enjoying Leighton Buzzard and we were on a 14-day mooring. So we thought, do you know what, let's have another look round before we go. We found this beautiful little church, and apparently it's stood here for over 700 years. When we come back in a few weeks' time to Leighton Buzzard, we're going to explore this properly. So we are about to leave Leighton Buzzard. We have done exactly 2 weeks at this mooring. And that is, I think, a first for us. We don't usually spend 2 weeks anywhere, so it's been quite nice. We've had lots of shops. It's been a nice mooring, look at that. Not a bad view. So short way down there is Tesco's, you've got the Range, you've got Aldi, and you've got loads and loads of shops in town too. So yeah, we've enjoyed it here, and we get loads of solar. Yeah, and as you can see, the water levels seem to have recovered where we are. We're on the Grand Union Canal, just leaving Leighton Buzzard, heading south. So yeah, lovely. We appreciate it wasn't good news for everybody. There are still quite a few places on the network that did close. But on the Grand Union Canal going south, the nearest closure to us was Stoke Bruin Locks, and they were 24 miles behind us. So we had plenty of canal that we could keep going, which for us was really good news. Join us next time as we continue our journey south. Don't forget to leave us a comment. We love reading them and we answer every single one. And if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, it's totally free, and click the notification bell and YouTube will let you know next time we upload. And don't forget, you can hype the videos now too, that really helps us out. A huge thank you as always to our Friends of Rhapsody channel members, thank you so much. And thank you Brenda and Philip and Joan for your regular coffees, thank you, we really appreciate those. And most of all, thank you all for watching. See you next time. Bye.